So I just came across this video on YouTube, and it's about the War of the Golden Stool. I personally would give it a 7 over 10 because it doesn't actually match up with what I was taught in history from primary 6 to SHS. I don't know about you. Stay and watch to the end of this video and give it your rating as how factual it is.
Look at this flag. This is the flag of the Asante people of what is now modern-day Ghana.
Okay, so here's the first thing. The Asante Empire was vast and covered nearly all, but it was not the sole entity that became modern Ghana. It was not the sole entity that became modern Ghana. So yeah, the Asante Empire, the Asante Kingdom conquered almost every tribe, almost every other region of what is now Ghana, but they weren't the only people in then Ghana.
That wacky-looking thing in the center is the Golden Stool, a symbol of national unity and royal authority. According to legend, the stool descended from heaven in a cloud of sparkly white dust and landed in the lap of the first Asante emperor, and it is believed to possess the very soul of all the Asante people, the living, the dead, and those yet to be born. Naturally, it's a pretty important chair, and it's so sacred that no one, not even the Asante emperor himself, is allowed to sit on it. That part is important. In 1900, the British realized they hadn't conquered the Asante people yet. Hey, we should go conquer the Asante people. Bloody hell yeah, we should. So they conquered them and made them into a colony. They sent a guy named Frederick Hodgson to go to Asante.
Yeah, so this Frederick Hodgson guy, I don't know. I think I'm the one that makes history class because after watching this video, this was my first time hearing of this guy. I don't know if he came before, whatever. I don't know. After watching the video, that was my first time hearing of him and seeing him.
And do some colonial administration, whatever that means. When he showed up, this happened. Hey guys, I heard you have this really cool sacred stool lying around here. I want to sit on it with my big white pimply British ass, and then I'm going to give it to the Queen, so she can sit on it with her big white pimply British ass, because she is your ruler now. Got it? Now, where is that?
Yeah, so to those of you that couldn't read what was written at the top, this doesn't mean it was the conversation that the guy just created here was what actually happened. This is like it is his imagination, what he thought, or like he was just kidding. So this wasn't actually this wasn't actually the thing Frederick Hodgson or whatever said to the Asantes.
That stool. The Asante people said nothing in response. They just went home and started preparing for war. Obviously, Hodgson was an idiot. Some of you watching this video are still little babies crawling on your hands and knees with little farts in your bellies, and even you know that you shouldn't try to steal a sacred spiritual object from another culture for literally no good reason at all. Thousands of Asante warriors attacked the British colonials in their village, and 1,000 British men and several thousand Asantes died in the following War of the Golden Stool.
Yeah, so to those of you that was missing history class, that was leaving history classes, the Golden Stool War is the same as the Yasantua War. The Queen of Effigiasi, or I think the Queen of Effigiasi that led the Queen Mother of Ejiso that led the people to war, like that led the men to war. The brave Yasantua. This is the war she fought. So the Yasantua War isn't a different thing from the Golden Stool War.
The moral of this story is that you shouldn't try to stick your bum where it doesn't belong. Even after the war was over, the British kept looking for the Golden Stool for some reason. For 20 long years, they searched and searched, but the Asante people had hidden it well. You'll never put your dirty British butt cheeks on my sacred stool. Then in 1921, the Golden Stool was finally found by a group of African railroad builders. They stole the golden ornaments from it, and the Asante people...
Well, I don't blame these African laborers people, because if you don't know the value of something, if you don't know the importance of something, you wouldn't value it that much as the person or the owner would value. Because let's say I have this pen, and this pen represents a lot of things to me. So let's say if this pen gets missing or this pen gets broken, I know how it's going to affect it. But if I give this pen out, any other person won't see this pen as anything valuable. They will just see it as something that's I'm just supposed to use to write. You'll see this as something I'm just supposed to use to write.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What?
So they seen the Golden Stool, they didn't know the significance of it, they didn't know. The only thing they saw was the gold, and that's what they needed. They needed money. So they just took the money off it and left the other parts for, I don't know, they left it anyhow, anyway.
To death. but the British intervened and had them exiled instead.
So if you want to know where they were exiled to, those African health laborers, they were exiled to Cape Coast Castle. This is how this narrator gave the history of the Golden Stool after comparing it to what you were taught in history back in SHS, back in primary, back in JHS. I mean, give him the rating you think he deserves.